Hello friends, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be discussing about how to write an effective bug report or a defect report. What is all the meaning of effective bug report? Whenever we log a defect or a bug report, so we should fill a predefined fields in the bug report. So some of these information we should fill like bug ID, it is normally auto-generated one. If you are writing an Excel sheet, so you will be writing manually the sequential numbers, and we will be writing titles, description, step to reproduce, expected results, actual results, environmental details, severity and priority, attachments, as well as who logged the defects. So this information will be logging as part of the bug reporting. Now we will understand so how effectively we can fill this information in detail. So let's go by one. So this is the example which I have taken here. The example is a login page where after giving the valid email ID, valid password, when you click on login, it throws an error message, login failed, please check your credential. That is the issue we wanted to communicate to a developer by logging a defect or a bug. Now we will try to understand how can we fill this issue in the defect. So first thing we should fill in the defect is a bug ID. Normally this will be generated automatically or we should give manually. So next thing is the title of the defect or a bug. Here we should clearly define in an effective way in a very short description in the title, like we should be able to articulate the complete issue in the title. By seeing title, they should be able to understand what actually the issue is all about. So here the tip is we should talk about problem and with a condition. Here this is an example. Here the issue is in the login page, that is the component. Now in that component, login page component, the problem here is login files with the valid credentials in the Chrome browser. That is a condition which we wanted to clearly articulate in the title or summary of the defect. Now by seeing this title, because this is very short and clear title, people should be able to understand what actually in the title itself. And the next one is we should talk about the description. Here we are talking about detailed explanation on that given bug. What actually this issue all about, and what is the issue, where actually this issue is occurring, and when does it is happening. So that clear information will be given in the description. Here the example is the login functionality fails in the Chrome browser, which is this version. Even with the valid credentials we are used, user still is not able to log into the application. And the next one is step to reproduce. This is very important. It is a important field in the bug or defect. Here step to reproduce, we should clearly document each step with the proper steps in it. If anybody follows it, if anyone follow each step, they should be able to identify or reproduce the issue. So this is the way we should write a detailed step to reproduce. Here open a browser in a particular version, then go to this URL, whatever the URL you have given in your application, and enter the username with the right username and right password and click on login. Then they should be able to reproduce. There is an issue in this scenario. So that is what we wanted to give it in step to reproduce. And the next one is expected result. Here what the application should do when we give username and password with the right one and click on login button, what should happen? Basically here the user should be redirect to the application inside after successful login, where we should be able to see the dashboard. But actually what is happening here, that we have to clearly define in the actual results. Here what the application is actually doing. Here after giving credential, it is not throwing any error message, but also user not able to go into dashboard. You should also document about the environment. environment here is what browser you are using Chrome browser, what operating system, what devices you are used to test that, and what kind of version of the device. Example here is Google Chrome version, and what operating system you are used, Windows you have used, and which application version you have used. This is the version which is in the production, and the devices we have used laptop. So that is the detailed environment details we should provide. Eighth field we should fill appropriately here is severity and priority of the defects. Here, wherever severity matter is, how serious is the bug. That is the severity. And for developer, how urgently they should fix it. That based on that, they will prioritize it. But tester should give a severity of that bug, like whether it is a major or minor or critical. Here, the severity of the defect is a major, because login is a core functionality. When I'm not able to log in, then I'm not able to perform any of the application operation. That means it is very important they should fix it. That is the severity you should give it as a major. You should also give attachments. Here, attachments we are giving in the bug report for your evidence. You cannot just say I'm finding this issue. You should also attach with the screenshots or even screen recordings if you have, or even the server logs or console errors. If anything if you see that is going to add value to the developer, so that whenever they are fixing it, those information it really helps, then you should attach all the information which are relevant to the defect, so that developer can easily understand what the issue is and what they should fix it. So this is how, after filling all the details, our entire detailed bug report would look like for this given issue. Login fails on the valid credential in the Chrome. This is how we should write in your bug report, so that if anybody reads it, if they follows these steps, they should be able to reproduce in an effective and efficient way.